All right, well, greetings to you. We're going to go through the process of making a brown paper bag book cover. If at any time during this course you have a book, a biology book, and they're pretty nice books, that is not covered, you would forego the points that are allotted for that. So you want to make sure that it is covered at all times. If I put you on 24-hour notice, you're going to want to bring up this video and do it again. So here we go. You will need the following things. You're going to need a brown paper bag, right? You're going to need a pair of scissors, and you'll need some tape. And you'll need a book. Alright, so the first thing I would do is I would open up the book and show yourself the very bottom here of this rectangle that I'm putting right in front of you. And then what I would do is I would pick one of the long seams, okay, one of the long seams right here to cut down to get to that rectangle so that we can remove it. So, here I go. So, I'm going to cut right down one of those seams, like so. So I get to the very bottom. So, I've opened it up like that. And then, again, I want to go around the outside, taking out this bottom rectangle right here. Now, along the way, you may find yourself wanting to pause this video. If you wish to pause the video, because I go faster than you can, that's fine. I think that's a great idea. So, we're going to take out that bottom rectangle. That's our goal. And just cutting along the edges of it. Remove that. Alright, so this little rectangle is going to be thrown away. Next thing you need to do is, do you see these handles right here, this thing? It's got to be cut off. So you cut this handle, cut that, and do it on the other side. Alright, so you just cut the bottom square out, you place that on the side. Then what you should do is take your book cover and place it flat on your table. Now what you want to do is you want to have that looking so that this part, right, where it says like bushes and all this stuff, you want that looking up at you, okay? This will not be seen. And then what I would do is I would take your book and I would place your book like so on the paper so that there's a little bit at the top and a little bit down here at the bottom. And what I would do is I would get a pencil and I would mark it going across like so. On the top, and I'd mark a line on the bottom like so. Okay? And then I would keep going all the way across doing that exact same thing. And the reason is we want to get as straight a line as absolutely possible. Okay? Notice if you have any handles, I have removed those handles. So you also want to go ahead and do that process as well. Okay? So I'm just marking this. I'm just going across, marking it at the top right now. And then I'm going to go across and likewise mark it across the bottom as well. So I start again. Lining it up with that line on the top just to make sure your book... We are custom fitting this book cover right now. Okay, so now what I've done is I've created two lines going across. I probably can't see them. One's like right here, and the other one is this line that goes right there. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make two mini little hot dog folds right along that line, like so. Just using that line as a guide for where I'm folding. So I get one fold that looks like this. Then I'm going to fold the other side. So now I'm folding across the top. Again, I want to make sure it's right, exactly the same size. I'm making sure that I'm getting my folds right. Okay, so I end up with, now as you could see, right, a hot dog fold here and a hot dog fold here. And the cool thing about this is exactly the width of the textbook itself. So you see that? Now, next step. The next step, what you want to do is you want to place your book inside with the folds down. So the fold is underneath. Where it's folded is under the book. Okay? And what I do is I already see an existing fold here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my book cover into the opening that is created by the hot dog flaps right there. And I'm going to push my book all the way up until I get it flush with that crease that's right there. It's already there, okay? So I push my book all the way to that point and I pull it shut. So that right here on the edge, all right, I have a tightened book cover. Now, what I would do next is I would take a little piece of scissor or tape and I would tape it right here, the cover to the under part. I'm taping the book cover to itself. So I do that. Like so. And that like so. Then what I would do is I turn my book cover over and I would do the exact same thing. Now you have a problem on this side, you see? This is too long. So what you should probably do is take this and cut this so that there's about, I don't know, 6 inches between the edge of your book cover, which is here. So I'd probably cut it right about in here. Don't cut it too short, otherwise you gotta do it again. So I'd cut it about right there. Okay? Then what should happen is I should be able to take this side and tuck that into the opening that is here, like I did on the opposite side of my book cover. So, like so. Okay? So I tuck it in, tuck it in. Now, as I'm closing this, I want to be always continuously working to tighten it and tighten it and tighten it, because the tighter the book cover, the more likely it's going to be to stay. So, boom. Alright? So I close it up like so, and I've got a really, really nice tight book cover. Then what I do is I place another piece of tape, again, the cover to, oops, I almost screwed up. Let's pull that gently. We'll try it again. We want to tape the book cover to itself. So I tape it right there. And likewise, I tape it right there. And what you end up with is a book cover that is custom built for this particular book. And if I taped it on well, it should stay for quite some time. All right, last couple things I would do. I would mark it biology on the top. I would likewise also write biology on the side, because when it's laying in your locker, you don't want to be able to forget it. And the last thing I would do is I would do this. I would put the phrase Carpe Diem on the back. Why? because that reminds me that every single day in biology, I have the opportunity to seize the day and learn what I can learn.